right. Hello, everybody. Live. We are live now. Just here for a quick recap of yesterday's game. Carabao Cup game. What was it? Fifth round, I believe. Fourth round, something like that. One of those rounds. Round of 16, we'll say. And Manchester City come out on top 3-1 over Swansea. Yeah, Swansea went up 1-0 in the first half. City equalized right before the half with a lovely goal by Jeremy Doku. And then City won the game late in the second half with some awesome goals from Marmoush and Ryan Cherki. Just a fun win. I can't really say that we learned a lot from the game because let's be honest, if anybody was here for the watch along, that first half in particular was very, very frustrating to watch. You could tell that the team was very rusty, and it was a lot of players coming back from injury, a lot of misplaced passes, a lot of terrible first touches. So maybe it was a little naive to think that that team would just gel automatically. But, it got better in the second half. We put on some fresher legs, or, more informed legs, we should say, from some of the first team. And then we won the game. So really, really, really good result in the end. And then City are moving on to the next round of the Carabao Cup. They will host Brentford, I believe, sometime in December. So we'll see how that goes. But just thought we'd just have a quick little discussion here. Let me say hi to some people. Adam is in the building. What's up, Adam? He says, Savio out. Let's bring in Kvaratskhelia. I think that ship has sailed. Kvaratskhelia. I think he's very happy at PSG. He just won the Champions League and the league. And he also won the league for Napoli last season. So that's quite a season for him. I think he means Patrick. Patrick, I'll give you a spare ticket to the Ireland Cup. It's on Saturday, 2 weeks. Well, I think Patrick, we'll pass it on to him. We will definitely pass it on to him. Hang on just a sec. I have decided I need to tweet about this. I didn't set this up earlier. So, anyways, yeah. So let's just go through the game real quick. Oh no, we have a few comments. I got to. Okay. Oh, big up, Sam. Hey, thanks for backing me up in that chat. We said after the stream ended that apparently I know I've made it because the Arsenal fans hate me. So. Nope, no Patrick tonight. Patrick is working. So Patrick's very busy with work right now, and so I'm just going to be filling in on some of these smaller streams. But he's going to try to make some more. We've got some ideas in the pipeline. It's just a matter of his schedule because he's got a lot going on in his life. He's working a full-time job. He's getting treatment for his cancer, and he has a kid. So there's just a lot going on. But so sorry to disappoint if you were hoping for Patrick and you got me instead. But it's a lot of fun being able to have this platform and chat with you guys. So thank you all for showing up and supporting me because I'm kind of new to the solo streams. I haven't really been doing those for a while, so it's just great to see people still coming out, even though it's not Patrick, even though it's me. Okay, I feel Marmoush should have been a lot more in the first half, but the thing is, he can't be blamed. He's back from injury. Facts. Yep. Yeah, I'd say we got quite a bit of a discussion about that. Like, I'd say the form for quite a few of these players was what you would expect coming back from injury. But we'll just go through the team real quick. I thought Trafford had a good game. There was nothing he could really do on that goal. That was like, another world-class finish. We just only seem to give up world-class finishes. He was frozen in place. He couldn't do much about that. But then he just basically had nothing to do the rest of the game. So, the steady Eddie. We'll take it. So where it looks a little sketchy is Nori looked very rusty. His passes weren't coming off. He was getting a little shredded on defense. But I'm not worried. Like I said, he's come back from a very long injury, and it's an ankle injury that can definitely take some time to get back from. And this was his first minutes, because he's been on the bench for a few games, but he hasn't really played. So, we'll just chalk that up to rest. I thought Nathan Ake had a good game. He didn't really, not much to do, but he looked a little. There was one time where he was. I think he got a little caught out, but the guy was offside. But I was like, ooh, a 1v1 with Ake. Ake looked very slow, but luckily the guy was offside and we didn't get tested. I thought Husanov really, really looked like he was struggling. But again, it's just been a while for him. We don't even know what his injury was. I think there's rumors that it was a broken foot. I don't think he would be back this quickly if it was a broken foot, but I thought in particular his passing just looked, every time he was on ball, I cringed. Some of those passes, he had one pass in the first half that, trying to play out from the back, and he got picked off, and it almost led to a chance, or it almost did. But I think Ake had been there to kind of prevent it. But that was just like, oh dear, like oh, that pass was awful. He's kicking it out of off the pitch. So we'll just chuck that down to just not playing for a while, and we got. I hope we got it out of his system. He only played half the game, so I don't know how much leeway. I don't know if that was planned or not, but it didn't look the greatest. But again, it's a cup game. One, it's a cup game, and two, he's just coming back from a very long injury. So yeah, and then Rico Lewis was mostly playing in the midfield. He was just inverting in. Not much to say there. But just a solid performance from him. Kind of. I thought he was going to start the game in the midfield, so I was a little surprised to see him start as a right back. But I think Mateus Nunes he's been playing a lot of football, so it's good to give him a rest. I suspect he'll start the weekend, so this kind of gives Rico some minutes that he needs, and Nunes some minutes off. So that was pretty good. Let's go back to the comments here. Conversations on Nico G will be next season. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get to Nico G. Don't worry. Even Pep is admitting that Nico G is fundamental. I'm not disappointed at all. Yeah. I can't say I'm disappointed with anybody. I was definitely freaking out. If you haven't picked up by now, I get very emotional on these watch-alongs, especially if the team is struggling. I'm just a very emotional watcher of the sport, a watcher of the game. I love my team, and when they struggle, I definitely lose it emotionally. So I think I said a couple of things yesterday that y'all can go back and laugh at. Okay, need to see Cherki, Foden, and Holland together soon. Movies will be made. I think you're going to see it on Sunday. That's just we'll do a prediction show for that. Don't worry. But I think Cherki definitely played his way into the team for Sunday. I don't know if he can go a full 90 back to back, but I would expect him to play at least. I think he starts the game and plays 60, 65 minutes, something like that. Wow, we don't need Uncle Pat. Yes, this is Patrick's channel. We're not going to say that about him. We all love Pat, and we know this channel is the channel it is because of Pat. But I appreciate him letting me on, and thank you for the nice words. Cherki was brilliant yesterday. What a fantastic player. Yes. Oh, don't worry. We're going to have a glazing session on Rayan Cherki. Don't worry. We're just working our way up to it. Even though Swansea felt that Cherki is a great passing bag. Yep. Cherki played a lot of low blocks against a lot of low blocks in Liga. I watched one Liga game last season before we were even linked to him, and dude, that guy was cooking. I was actually doing a scout along for Lucas Chevalier, which I know he's a keeper I wanted us to sign over the summer, and I know he hasn't gotten the greatest start at PSG, but that guy is a quality keeper. And so I was doing a Chevalier scout along, and it was Lille at Lyon, and Rayan Cherki, man, he was brilliant in that game. And I heard his name before, but like it was before there were any links to City, and it was just like, so I literally was watching it as a neutral, and I was like, him and the other 10, Almeida, ooh, they just had a game. And Chevalier ended up, they created a million chances to Lacazette, who's terrible. Now he's in Saudi. And Chevalier saved all the chances. So it was quite an interesting game, but it was fun to watch. And that's where I really was like, ooh, this guy's good. I'd love to see him at City. And then we signed him, so that was pretty good. Marmouzi just needs confidence, back to scoring now. Let's get those goals coming. Tired of Holland FC. I think you're going to see it. Yo, what's up? Hey, Alan. Can I get Sir Alan one day? Maybe. Hey, Martin's in the chat. You're saying you overreacted, baby? Yeah. Like I said, in the moment, I'm a terrible person to watch sports with. I get, even when we're winning, I just get very emotional. But it's just fun, it's an outlet. It's just, it's just fun. It's just fun. I love sports. I've been this way my whole life. I grew up with a grandmother. My grandmother was really into American football. And so I kind of grew up with her, and she was the same way. So I picked it up from her. So Martin, not in the chat. Martin is in the chat. He just said something. Martin, if you want the link, send me a message. You can come join. Marmouche graduated from the Salah Academy, top footballer, but his touches. Yeah, that was something I was freaking out about yesterday. Where's those touches? Oh God. I thought his first touch yesterday was just terrible, especially in the first half, man. I thought he was killing every attack we had because the ball would just bounce off his foot. I'm like, bruh, can you do better? Never mind. Big up, Martin. The chat loves you, Martin. Hey, Cadino. Diego Costa is better than Chevalier. What? I haven't watched enough Diego Costa, so I can't really say that. But I watched about 10 games from Chevalier at the end of last season. I thought he was very good. He's obviously not had a very good start in his PSG career, but I think at the end of the day, he'll be just fine. He's a very young keeper too. So I think in the next year or two, you'll be in the conversation as one of the best keepers in the world. Marmuzi needs to sort out his first touch. Yes, he does. I don't know if you can teach that. Glad we didn't buy Wirtz, man. He will come good, but Cherki. Anyone who's seen both play properly before Liga. Yeah, I do rate Florian Wirtz. I think he's a very good player, but he's clearly struggling to adapt to life in the Premier League. And Liverpool have unexpectedly become a disaster. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, see, Marmouche's touches in the Bundesliga were fine. Hopefully, yeah, maybe it was. I mean, he had some pretty poor ones last season. I would say, like, not the greatest. Kind of, Alvarez had the same issue. There's a lot of times where I was just like, Alvarez looks like the ball is bouncing out of your foot like a beach ball, like he's playing volleyball or something. And Marmouche looked like that yesterday, and it was probably some of the for a cumulative game of first touches, probably some of the worst I've ever seen. But again, maybe it's just rust. Maybe he's just getting used to playing again. I'll give him a break. He scored a great goal, so we can deal with it. Yeah, footy judge most check. Oh, dude, they hate me. Apparently, I don't know ball. I have an agenda on Gyökeres. I just don't rate the guy. Apparently, that's an agenda, but I've been very clear about that. I don't rate Gyökeres at all, and I think he joined the wrong team. And apparently, that makes me a hater, but I don't care. There are a bunch of butthurt Arsenal fans, probably a lot of teenagers. Not, who knows? As we like to say, go touch grass or go find yourself a partner. We'll just say that. Yeah. Most chats is that me. You know what they're really going to do? The comments, man. Oof. I'm not going to look at the comments for that. They're just going to. I'm bracing for a lot of doesn't know ball, doesn't know anything, dumb blonde, stupid woman, get her off. I'm bracing for that kind of stuff because I've seen it before, unfortunately. But if I didn't know ball and I was just talking shit the whole time, I don't think Mo would be inviting me on. So we'll just say that. Yeah, most chat. Bart. Yeah, it's a butthurt Arsenal fan too. They are desperate for validation. That's what it is. And they can't take any kind of critique. I'm giving neutral critique. Everything. I was even shitting all over England and they weren't liking that either. But facts are facts, man. That England team, I thought a lot of those English players at the Euros were terrible. And I included Phil Foden in that list, so I'm not being biased. Cherki over Wirtz all day, every day. I have seen, Cherki. I think Cherki has a higher ceiling. I would say Florian Wirtz is the better player right now. He's not showing it, but like I said, I did watch quite a bit of him at Leverkusen, and he is a very good player. And I think when he does figure it out, the league's in trouble because Liverpool. Well, if he figures it out, Isak, they do have the foundations, but we'll see how. We'll just hope they never do. But yeah, he's definitely struggling to adjust, and Cherki will go through some of that too. But Cherki has just. I think he's he's got more of that street baller vibe. He's got that, he's got more creativity. He played against a lot of low blocks at Lyon. So he's going to help us a lot in that aspect. Mo chat disrespect hell. It's disgusting. Well, I'll shout out. I know German Chicken Wing. I don't know if he watches the stream, but German Chicken Wing was in there defending. Oh, Sam was in there too. Thank you, Sam, for defending me. I appreciate that. All right, that was unbelievable finish by Omar. That was a great finish from Omar Marmouche. I'm not gonna lie, that was just fantastic. I mean, I didn't think that was going in. I had to watch the replay a bunch of times, and I'm just like, whoa. All right, not sure if we'll win the league. When everyone's best midfield and attack. Oh, facts. Yeah, I really rattled the Arsenal fans there by saying that I think we have a better attack than them. They think they have a better attack than us. I was like, what are you guys up? You guys are crazy. Yeah, Judge Mo, they hate our fan base. Less on the England slander now. Sorry, Martin, I got to call it like I see it. I thought England were trash at the Euros. They had the easiest route to the final, and I thought everyone was terrible. I thought Jude Bellingham was terrible. I thought Trent was terrible. Declan Rice was awful. I thought Phil Foden no-showed. He was pretty bad. Their best player, I thought, was Mark Gahey, a center back. Bad, that's a bad sign. That's just, that's just me. I just didn't rate them. And they got their butts kicked in the final. So what do you expect? Also, I ditch a touchline wingers and play 2-10s. I feel like Foden and Cherki have more of an eye for goal. I think you can in some formations. I do think it's going to be a little while until we get to that level. We just have to wait and see. I know we're all really excited about Ryan Cherki right now, and I think we have to brace ourselves to the possibility that Pep is not going to just throw him in right away. He might, because he did it this first game, but that was the wrong choice. So let's just be patient. I think by the end of the season, we will see a starting 11 that has Cherki in it and Foden together. we might not get there right away because we do still have wingers on the team. They got to be incorporated in somehow. But yeah, you're right about this, Coutinho. I do think Ryan Cherki is going to end up being the better player for us. I know there's some people I've had conversations with who said that Cherki's profile is wrong for us, but I think he's got that je ne sais quoi, that magique, that not comparing him to Kevin De Bruyne, but a similar trait that Kevin De Bruyne has on a lower level. And I think Pep is, once Pep trusts him, he's going to unleash him, and it's going to be beautiful. And especially against a low block. You saw that yesterday, man. They were low blocking the heck out of us the whole game, particularly second half. And Cherki just had no problem with it. He was picking out passes. He was doing brilliant things. And if you want to hear more on that kind of debate, we had an interesting debate about Arsenal and the creativity in the middle, and they were just making excuses for their midfield about having no space. I was like, Ryan Cherki didn't have any space yesterday, and he made things happen. So maybe you just don't have good players, but hurt Arsenal fans. They don't have the foundations. They don't have a passer. Facts. Cherki, oh, I guess you mean ambidextrous because he both feet. Yeah. Here's the American who's jealous of the great Mike. Oh, we got the Arsenal fans in the building. Sorry, man. You just don't like hearing a perspective from a neutral. I'm not glazing Arsenal because I just frankly don't rate a lot of them. But if you listen to the whole thing, I don't rate a lot of players on City as well. So that's just me. I don't rate a lot of players. I'm used to very elite level players, and I don't think Arsenal really have any outside of Saka. Declan Rice on a defensive level, I don't rate him creatively. I don't rate him as a creative 8. I don't even rate him as an 8. I think he should be a 6 or a center back because I just think that's how bad I think he is going forward. But that's just me. I think he's an elite defender though, so don't call me a hater. The group that we have need to start winning some cups so they can just be yours. Can be used to winning, I think is what you mean. Yes, I've been very adamant about this for the Carabao Cup. I think we need to win this trophy. I don't do this whole bigger fish to fry thing. Like, no. A lot of these players on Manchester City right now have not won a trophy on the team. Tijani Reinders, Nico Gonzalez, Cherki, Foden, or not Foden, sorry, Foden. Wow. Marmouche, a lot of Savinho, like these guys, these are all Husanov. They haven't won a trophy with Manchester City yet. And there's a couple who have, like players like Kovacic, Joshko, Nunes, and Doku have won one trophy, but that's it. I think if you want to recreate the mentality on this team, you start winning things. And I think the Carabao Cup is a very winnable trophy for us. And I think we need to go for it because if we get the confidence from winning a Carabao Cup mid-season, it could propel us. You never know. It could propel us to an FA Cup. It could propel us to a Champions League semi or a Champions League final, maybe a win. And it could propel us to the Premier League. Like, get these guys a winning experience. Show them what the standards. Everybody loves to say standards. Get them in there. We got to a final. We can't be trash. I just didn't. I think that was one of the most overrated final runs I've ever seen in my life. But that's just me. I think Spain had to beat some real teams to get to the final. They had to beat Germany. They had to beat France. You were facing Slovenia and nobody. All right, show some respect to Arteta. What he's built. Typical American City fan. Okay. Well, what has Arteta built? I don't think he's built anything. He hasn't won it. He hasn't even been to a final in 5 years. So what has he really built? You have a solid team now, but you've never gotten over the line. I agree with your opinion on England Euros run. Just saying. Yeah, go look at that again. I don't think. Who did you? Did you even play Portugal? No, Portugal played Slovenia. I know Spain played Georgia, but then they had to play like France and they had to play Germany. Yeah, they had to play Germany in the second round. Then they had to play France in the third round. So that's a run right there because I think France in particular was, I think, the favorite to win the tournament. So sorry, I also just love Spain. So you're getting a little bias out of me. I'll admit my bias. Why are we jealous of Mikel Arteta? We have Pep. Facts. Okay, Hamza is a fraud. What? Okay, no, Hamza is not a fraud. Okay, Martin wants the link. Give me a sec. I'll send you the link, Martin. We'll get Martin on. That always makes it a fun show. I just got to find your chat. I think I have it on here. There we go. hope I sent the right link. Okay, Martin, I sent you the link. Go ahead and check. Okay, Mikel above your washed manager 2 years in a row. Martin, the link has been set. We've won the league. Accept it, City fan. That's true. We did have the stream yesterday. Arsenal have won they won the Premier League in game week 9. We unfortunately. Yeah, guys, it's over. Just that, the greatest champions of all time. They won it in game week 9. That's just insane. Just they've done it. They've done it, man. They've done it. Yeah. All right, Martin. Welcome to a world where Arsenal are Premier League champions.
Seriously, I'm going to say this because it's starting to really piss me right off. I'm not going. You're rattled. I just what have Arsenal fans won the league? Have I time travelled into May? Is it May?
Oh boy!
We're talking about a club. We're talking about a club, yeah, who have not won nothing in 5 years, not a thing, and they're comparing.
Martin, they haven't even been to a cup final. They haven't been to a Carabao Cup final in 5 years with this great team that finished above Pep Guardiola. They can't even get to a Carabao Cup final. Oh, we own the FA Cup. That's our competition.
But we've won 4 in a row.
Cup final? We've got 3 finals in a row. Even in our worst season, we got the final. Where's your Champions League final appearance, huh? Where is your cup final?
We've won 4 leagues in a row, a treble, 100 points, broke every single record going. And they've not touched or sniffed a trophy in 5 years, a league in over 20. Where's this chest coming from? I get having confidence, but the arrogance is getting so over the top. They're comparing Mikel Arteta, Pep's bitch. I will repeat that again. Pep's bitch. Yeah.
Well, we don't wish we were Arsenal right now. Trust me.
Pep
we don't wish
Guardiola.
that at all. Hey, what's up, man?
Listen, you've been 8 points before and you bottled it. Who was the team who beat you? Us. 5 points ahead. You bottled it. If you win the league, congratulations, well done. But I've said this on numerous streams all week. It'll make them the greatest team in the world. They'll be the greatest team in the universe.
Oh, Martin.
And this is why they get laughed at. This is why no one likes them.
We have it. They said our defense is the best of all time.
Oh my God!
All time.
Oh my God!
American, if an Arsenal fan.
Do you know what I mean? Bless the poor lad. He's probably about 15 years old.
Oh no, yeah.
You know, I'm not going to have a go.
He says if Holland goes down, we'll be relegated, Martin. Don't forget, we scored 15 goals when Holland missed time last season. Oh, Spartacus is hurt enough too. He's coming in.
Sorry, I'm not being funny. Was Haaland around last night?
Yeah, we won last night. Again, go to last season, Arsenal for life. Just remember when Haaland missed a good 2 months of the season, the City fan base said we played better without him, and we scored a ridiculous amount of goals. We had 15 goals in 5 Premier League games, something like that.
Do you know what they don't get? Do you know what they don't get?
Of goals.
I think people would give Arsenal a lot more praise if their fan base were not the way they were. They talk like they are Real Madrid.
This is a great point.
And they've not
Arsenal,
done anything.
The one's watching a City content creator. Arsenal.
They've not done anything. Gyökeres, yeah, you were right to cook Gyökeres. He's not good enough to lace Haaland's left nutsack.
No, and you point that out, and they make excuses. Oh, I pointed that out earlier today, and they're like, "Well, why didn't you?" Well, and then somebody brought up Tijani Reinders, and I was like, "Well, you gave Tijani Reinders a chance. Why are you being Gyökeres?" I was like, "What?" I was like, well, "I'm not comparing a midfielder to a striker." Okay, apparently Arsenal fan for life is I'm 20 and saw us beat you 5-1. You've still not recovered.
Oh look, he's 20. He's 20. So he's never seen a title. He's never seen a trophy. You've probably seen a pair. Do you know what I mean? You've not to be offensive here, but the guy's seen a pair of titties before he's seen a trophy.
Has
Get
he?
back in your box, sunshine.
How do you know that, Martin?
I don't know if he's seen titties.
Doesn't sound
Probably
like he
has,
does.
There's a fraud.
My son is 15, and he's seen more than you'll ever see in the last 10 years, son.
Arsenal fan
He's
says
seen
we're rattled.
trebles.
And he says Mikel is
Trebles.
unbeatable right now. Unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
Can we just go back on that best defense of all time? I don't think this kid knows about a legendary backline of Maldini, Nesta, Cafu, Stan, Dida, Gattuso. What is this? Are we really comparing this Arsenal side, this Arsenal defense to that AC Milan? Buffon wasn't at AC Milan at that time.
Oh,
not
I
counting
thought
the,
you, the Italian. I thought you meant for the national team. My bad.
Oh, there's also that one. Bloody hell! Like, what we doing? Even that Chelsea side that won the league, conceding 9 goals, I think. That's a better backline than.
All right, can I just sorry to jump in? Can I just give this Arsenal fan a little bit of reality?
Oh,
Manchester City this time last season, City were top of the league. We'd done our best start ever. We didn't lose until mid-November. So don't get cocky in October. Get cocky in May.
He says Igal is our leader who shuts people like you up.
Igal's our leader. Yeah, okay.
Mikel has the best record against the big 6 clubs. Well, with such a
great
record,
come round my house.
You'd have a Premier League by now, right?
Come round my house. I've got trophies. I've got medals. I've got trophies, medals, golden gloves, golden boots, whatever you fancy. Come and have a look at a real trophy cabinet.
This guy said Centurion and 15-goal record incoming, guys. We better start shaking in our boots. We are better than Madrid right now. Okay, somebody's not watched Madrid this season then. Rattled by Mikel.
Pep's bitch.
To be fair,
he's telling us. He's telling us.
To be fair, I do agree that they're better than Madrid this season because I think they're crap. Yeah, but I do have an agenda.
Now,
don't you start in Madrid.
Atletico's been garbage too, and I'm hearing, well, Liverpool and Arsenal beat Atletico Madrid. I'm like, yeah, are Atletico are not good.
Can I ask quick? Did this guy watch the game last night?
I don't know.
Obviously, no, Martin.
He's going back to worship Igal.
Because he does realise for 60 minutes Brighton were absolutely doing him.
Nah, but to be fair, it is a Carabao game, isn't it? It is a Carabao.
That's why they had to bring up. That's why they had to bring on Rice and Saka. That's the other thing. We won it with kids. No, you didn't. You brought on all your main players to win. Let's not do that.
Martin, what did you make of the game yesterday?
Our game.
Yes.
I thought Swansea were very resolute. They scored a goal and then didn't move. It was like, I mean, there's low block, and then there was that.
11.
What a shot!
11.
What a shot from the kid!
And do you know what? I mean, I've seen people say, "Well, we had all these shots," but if you look at a lot of the shots, they were into bodies because they had that. Yeah. They just parked up. They didn't move, and it's not that easy to get in behind them.
Even the goal was a deflected shot.
It was a great goal by Swansea. I'll give him that. But
no. I mean our goal.
Yeah, I thought all our goals were decent. I was happy with it. I thought Cherki, Mamouche were. People got to remember Kushinov, as much as he wasn't great yesterday, back from an injury. Cherki's not played for 9 weeks.
Yep, exactly.
Mamouche has been away for 76 weeks. These players are coming back from a long-term injury. So
to be fair,
it is what it is.
I did enjoy the game yesterday. I think it was a great game. But to be fair to Mamouche, he did his best Jude Bellingham impression.
Yeah, that was.
Be shit for 90 minutes and score a banger.
In the context, everyone's coming back, so they struggled because they were coming back.
No, I thought it was all right.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was all right, actually. I thought it was a threat. I mean, it is what it is. You know, for me, every time we play Swansea, it's a tough game. Swansea always give us a tough game. It is what it is. The trouble is, people look at Swansea, they look at the league they're in and go 5-0. That's about everyone already had 5-0, 6-0 in their heads.
No,
it's not that easy.
I put the bet we were going to win with a 2-goal margin. So
I was
That was
disappointed in
right.
Mikasa. See,
Yeah,
this is why I say be
Mikasa
careful on the
really,
kids.
Yeah.
That's why I say be
He didn't really
careful on the
make much.
kids.
Yeah. I wouldn't say
You know,
he was
he is a
like
kid.
did anything wrong. He just didn't make an impact. I didn't notice him. Yeah, I thought he was invisible.
I
The
think he
trouble is,
was
he won't
poor.
get much more of an impact now. He won't get more of a chance.
That'll probably be the last time we see him. It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise
probably.
me. And that's okay. He's what, 17, 18? That's okay.
Yeah.
18.
And that's expected. That's
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
No, but
got
I
his
was happy
chance.
with
I
it.
don't think he took it, and we'll see him another time.
Yeah. I
Maybe
wasn't
we'll see.
expecting
Maybe
him
we'll
to
see him
come
in
and
the
be
FA Cup
Prime
if we
Yamal.
get a good draw. But if we don't, then we won't.
Yeah.
That's about
And
where I
again,
am with that.
Like, I think Martin hit the nail on the head there. I think we had a lot of players coming back, and they needed the minutes. I think
Yep.
clearly, I know if Mamouche and Kusanov, they were not match sharp. So
It's over. It's over, guys.
got
Arsenal
some
for
time.
life. City are washed, and Pep is washed.
Oh, that's why you could beat us.
The Mikel era of dominance has begun. Try making a cup final this year, Mikel Arteta. Show us what you're made of.
I mean, to be fair, should have started last season, innit? Should have started last season, but Liverpool somehow got the dub on that one. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I was kind of, before you guys jumped on, I was kind of going through some of these players. I was just kind of discussing each player, and I did the back line already. I'm curious about Nico G, what you guys think. I thought he was one of our better players. I thought he had another solid game. You know, he continues to I think he's just doing a very good job. I like what I'm seeing from him. He keeps improving. You know, maybe it wasn't a standout game, but I thought he did the job, and he kept us ticking. And he was, you know, he broke up a lot of chances that they were trying to do in the first half. I know they stopped playing in the second half, but it's just good to see him back. And I wish he could have started.
I think he was good.
Would have done better.
I think he was good. I don't think he was great, but I don't think he was good.
Just prove me. No, but listen, I'll hold my hands up. Just prove me wrong. And I want players to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Stop that. You have an agenda. Stop that.
No, but I don't know. No, the thing is, Sparkus, I'm not you. I'm not you who hates Donnarumma. The simple fact is that I at the time when Nico G was playing, he was struggling. He was struggling.
You rate the academy, innit? That's
now,
what you hate.
Now that he's had, now with the new evidence,
a lot of stability to us last season. We looked better in the midfield when he played. I think we did. I know you like to talk about how he lost the ball.
Look at him now and look at him. Look at him now.
Yeah, he's gotten better, but I think that
now look at him now. Look at him last season. Completely different player.
I think he was still doing some of that last season.
He wasn't. No, I thought he was sloppy with the ball. He was giving the ball away a lot last season.
But he was preventing a lot of counterattacks, and we were it was a lot harder to cut through our midfield when he played.
But he was also creating them because he kept losing the ball or playing people into dangerous situation.
But he did help stop them. But I think whatever happened last season, that's last season. We'll just. Yeah. I know I keep saying I'll move on from it. I never do. I've gotten over a lot of the PTSD though. I no longer am scared of games at the end when we're up by a goal. I'm like, I think we're gonna keep this. You know, obviously it hasn't happened all the time, but I think
it's never gonna happen all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, we're talking about Nico G. We're giving him props because I thought he was one of our better players yesterday because you know he's fit. So that played a big part. Mikasa we kind of touched on. I don't think he really did. Wait, what? Coutinho says, I hope Barca or Athletic Cup calling for Nico G. Why? Why do you want us to lose Nico G? Coutinho.
I'm scared of that, to be honest. I'm scared of that. I think if Rodri stays... No, I don't think we would sell to Liverpool, but
no.
If we don't lose Rodri because he doesn't want to stay here anymore, let's say that he renews his contract. Nico G's getting to a point where he is.
He says he hopes they don't come.
Okay, I think Nico G's getting to a point where if he's becoming too good to be the backup, and a lot of teams are going to be looking at him like, yeah, I want this guy, and I can give you first team minutes.
And we know his agent is a big pusher of that too, because there are those rumors at the beginning of the season that he wanted out, and I believe Martin said that he thought a lot that was driven.
What are Barcelona buying him with? What Barcelona buying him with? Ross Buttons.
Barcelona can always just get a loan or do something. La Liga will bend over to allow them to do so.
Yeah.
No, you're all right, mate.
Don't
We'll
sell
have our
Nico
money
G.
for Ferran Torres first.
Fair.
We had to take out a loan for that or something. Like I saw the tweets from SLBSN who was saying that like we had to apparently like take out debt to like get our monies or something. I don't know. I didn't quite understand it, but because they didn't pay us, we had to get the money by borrowing money because we needed that money or something. So I don't know. La Liga hate Barcelona. What? No, they don't.
No, they don't. They don't rate. They will do anything for Madrid and Barcelona.
Exactly.
They
Yep.
can't. Yeah. They will fold like a
Oh,
pack of cards.
Nico G ain't leaving, according to Kadid. Oh, and he also says Rodri ain't. So that brings up an interesting conversation. I know Spartacus and I have spoken about this privately, but do we think we could eventually see a formation where Nico G and Rodri play next to each other?
I'll let Martin answer this
Sometimes
one because
I don't think you'll see it on the regular, no.
No, not in the regular, but I mean, because the thought process is that Nico G will, like, I think going forward, you know, this is assuming Rodri stays. Rodri can't play every game. He can't. Rodri's going to have to be rotated. He might pick up more injuries. So Nico G is going to get all of those games. So, but to make him happy, we have to also incorporate him in games that we play Rodri in. So yeah, like some games. But when you think about it, I think it'd be really fun to play the two of them in a pivot. And then have the crazy kids go in front, you know, like have the Marmouches and the Cherkis and the Fodens just run right in front of them. Because the two of them is really solid defensively, but also they can both contribute to the buildup as well. And they can pick and choose who it is. So it might confuse defenders who are trying to like man mark them or zone mark them or whatever. Like either one of them is capable as an 8. Like I've maintained that what makes Rodri so special is he is a world-class 8 at the same time as being a world-class 6. And Nico G is an 8 as well. So if you play the two of them next to each other, pick and choose who goes forward, and then whoever stays back is going to still be a very solid defensive option. And then I think that'd be a fun formation to try out. Maybe in the Champions League when something like that, you know, I don't know what you guys think of that.
No, I don't think it'll happen a lot. That's my personal. It's like I heard you saying yesterday about the two up tops. Never happening. Who plays two up top anymore?
Well, we are gonna have a conversation about that. I know Patrick really wants to do a tactical breakdown.
But name me a manager who does it.
I know. Wasn't Girona doing it 2 seasons ago when they had their little fairy tale run? It was like Sorloth
It's not 1995 anymore. It's not 1995 anymore.
The Ukrainian guy, and then I think was it Dybok, and then someone else.
The problem is with your two up front, you got to change your midfield completely, and you're gonna have to change your wide man.
yeah, the thing with two up top, you lose a body in the middle, so you have to find a way to compensate that. So instead of putting one player, because when you have a 3-man midfield, you have to bring one player into the midfield, and then you already have the superiority. When you have a 2-man midfield, you have to bring 2 men into the midfield. And then it becomes a lot harder to do because you either have one striker dropping in and one defender coming up, or you have 2 defenders coming in, or you have 2 strikers coming down. Either of those movements are just not really feasible.
Also, there's a comment here from anyway, the comment says if you want to play Foden and Cherki together, Rodri and Nico have to play, not Rangers.
I disagree.
Do you think we could have a box midfield or no?
I think it's just called rotation.
No, but Martin,
Listen,
I think we can also
not everyone's going to play. Real Madrid don't sit there going, how do I get this guy in? And that. It's just rotation. Happens at all the big clubs. Rotation happens.
Yeah. And he says that you don't have to have 2 up top. Marmouche can start as the winger and kind of be given the freedom to drift in kind of like what he was doing last season with Holland.
Yeah.
No. I was addressing because the last time he played, I don't think a lot of managers play 2 up top anymore. Because you're gonna. Because by the way, who you're gonna drop? Reinders, Foden, Nico G. Who goes?
Yeah, I think they're all going to spend time rotating in and out of the team. But we've had, and that has happened before in the past. Like Bernardo Silva had rotated a lot when he was young. Like Jesus
No, but
rotated
there's
a lot.
something.
Gundogan rotated a lot. You know what I mean?
Hang on.
Like so, there's
Let's go
ways to
back.
do it.
Let's go back 6 weeks. People are saying these players can't play 70 games, and now we're changing the formation to get all these players to play every game again.
Yeah.
I think if we want to play all of
What we're
them,
doing.
I think if we want to play all of them, it's going to be at the expense of the wingers, and then we
Yeah,
can do
I
that
do
thing
too.
that I told you in private. I
Yeah.
think we can have the two wingers being
Ooh,
Marmoush
goal.
and Cherki, with them coming infield, and the wingers going up, the fullbacks going up, and one in probably Roger or Nico G coming into the back line to form a back three.
Yeah, and honestly, the wingers based on how the wingers have performed this season, I
think
okay
that's our
with them.
best 11, by the way.
Which one?
This one that I just said.
Oh.
I don't think we have a best 11.
Yeah, I think we'll know our best 11 probably in January or February, like it is every season. We're still at the tinkering phase, and then so Pep's been tinkering, but he hasn't even had all of his tools yet. So he's had to keep playing the same players, but now he has options. Like we don't have to play the wingers if we don't want to, or you could just play one of them. You don't have to play both of them because Cherki can fill in for Savinho, or Marmoush can fill in for Doku now, and you can play Marmoush and Savinho, or you can play Doku and whoever, like Doku and Rayan Cherki. A lot of people are starting to I can see a lot of that on Twitter right now. Like, oh, now we have the options. This is people are giving their input on that.
Listen, well, I said this earlier on Hassam's channel. To me, our squad depth is not as bad as everyone claims it is. Our squad depth is one of the strongest in this league.
I agree.
When you've got 5 players out, 5 key players out injured, of course it's going to look weaker. So, it will happen.
Yeah, there's a question for you, Martin.
It is what it is.
Right. We have a question for you in the chat, Martin. They said, do you think Cherki should be above Savinho, Bob, and Doku on the pecking order
for sure.
Starting games? I'm not sure if I'd say that yet. Cherki just got back. Let's give him some time to come back. Like he had a great game yesterday, but it's going to take him a couple of weeks.
But Cherki wasn't on the wing yesterday.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Cherki wasn't on the wing, so I'm moving. Cherki's performance was not as a winger yesterday.
No, that's how he was at Lyon. He'd start out on the wing. He'd drift inside quite a bit.
And I think we've got to come out of this. He's a winger. I know people don't like it, but Pep, in a Pep system, you don't have a set role.
Facts.
But yeah, Martin, when I say a winger, I mean he's gonna start on the winger slot, so he's gonna be competing with the winger to start. But
that's just the way. Yeah, that's just the way it looks on the graphics and paper and.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I mean. But it's like, you see, this is why I think the Doku Bob Savinho stuff's very hard to judge, because Jeremy Doku is an out-and-out winger. Savinho's an out-and-out winger. The problem is we don't play to an out-and-out winger's strengths. We just don't. This is why I was having this debate with a lot of people about certain players and certain systems. A lot of our wingers come inside, and it's the way we work. We don't have an old-fashioned winger as in Sane, Sterling. Sane, Sterling were what I call byline wingers.
Mm-hmm.
We don't play byline football anymore.
Martin, I think
we basically narrow the pitch up.
I think the player who's gonna keep the width is always gonna be a little bit sacrificed, because when you're holding the width out wide, you don't have much access to the center of the pitch, and that's the place where you can cause most trouble. So when we ask the wingers to stay high and hold the width, you're not expecting the creativity and the goal scoring out of them. You're expecting them to create the space for the midfielders to do that. So I think it's a strange one, because even when we had Sane, Sterling, Mahrez, all of them, when they were stuck out wide, like we're doing with our wingers, they didn't really do very, very well. And now with Haaland running into the back post, those incisive runs from the wingers, they're not really an option anymore. So expecting them to be hitting 10, 20, I know you agree with me on this one, but expecting them to be hitting those 10 to 15 goals, it's not really realistic anymore.
Yeah, I've changed my mind on that. For the wingers, I'm not going to worry about goals. I would just prefer they get assists.
Yeah,
and that's fine with me. If they're
say.
creating the goals for Holland to score, because I at the end of the day, I'd rather Holland shoot the ball than Savinho or Doku or Oscar Palma. So I'll judge them more on their assist numbers, which is why I wasn't slating Savinho as much as some people were last season, because I saw how many chances he was creating and how many assists he got, and that to me is very valuable still.
Yeah, I mean,
let Marmoush shoot the goal. Let Marmoush shoot. Let Foden shoot. Let Holland shoot. Let them be the three. And Tijani can get in there as well if he wants. Tijani's been getting in positions. He's just not putting it in the back of the net. But you can tell he has an eye for goal. But he just at some point he'll convert.
Oh, his shooting is so good, Marmoush. So good.
Why can't I praise Alan? Oh boy.
No, just there's people in the chat trying to be dickheads. Man.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of them. I've stopped paying attention to Arsenal for life. Arsenal fan for life. I would, if you're 20 years old, go find a partner. Trust me, it's more fun than trolling a city chat. Here comes the fun. Carl's joining.
These people like Liam, they give it, but you give a little bit back, and they get all defensive.
Yeah.
That's why we're in shows and you're in the comments.
Boom. You want to talk about no ball knowledge? In the chat. He says he's joking, but he also tells you to grow up.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that. I'm joking. It's a bit like the opinion bit.
I'm just asking questions, Martin.
Now, why have you said that?
Cherki must start against Bournemouth. Where to go? Yeah, I think Cherki will start. What did Carl's been listening to this intently. I don't know what part he wants to jump in on, but Carl, what's up?
Hey, I've just heard pieces. I've been busy all day, but how was everybody?
We're good, man. We're just we're excited. We're happy we won the game yesterday. We think the players were a little bit rusty, but they needed those minutes, and I don't think you could take too much away from the performance, just because, again, as the context is, a lot of players were coming back from injury, and a lot of them looked very rusty.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I would say that. Yeah.
I know you had a very different opinion before the game started. You wanted us to start our starting 11 in this game.
I just have a different philosophy. I just start with the strongest team and take them off that 60 minutes and change. And just get them rhythm. A lot of these players still need to find combinations with each other, and they won't do that until they play. People talk about practice. Practice is a wash. It doesn't give you the game rhythm, the game sense, the in-game feeling of what you need to do to solve problems. You get that by playing together a lot, all the time in a real competitive game. Start strong and rotate. That's my own philosophy, and then take people off. But I don't know. I don't think you learned much yesterday, in my opinion, at least. But yeah, we'll see.
I got to bring up this point real quick. Why does Pep keep playing Gavardio at left back? I had a meltdown about this on the stream. So
it was pretty decent at left back yesterday. So don't really mind that.
I just think we always look better with Diaz and Gavardio. So yeah, I had a complete meltdown about that. So
yeah,
just a preview for the future. I'm gonna keep melting down if this happens. I hate it.
But to go back to that point again, I think you need to give Ake some game time in it. So
I'd rather play someone else at left back than Gavardio.
You need to.
But O'Reilly's not going to play 70 games. O'Reilly can't play 70 games.
Can Nathan Ake play some left back in a cup game though? You say Nathan Ake can't do that?
Personally, I don't think Nathan Ake will be here come January. I think Nathan Ake will be gone.
We have him until then, so why not use him? Yeah, this was funny. Yashka with the torn sleeve. I don't know what happened there.
Because I don't think Ake can do what Gavardio and O'Reilly offer you from that left back spot.
I know he either.
I don't think they can offer. I don't think Ake to me is a straight defensive guy. I don't think he can get him start bringing him coming forward and all things like that. I think sadly, there is somebody who is undefeated, and that's Father Time. And
I know.
Ake's legs have just caught up. He can't do that role.
Yeah. There was a moment in the game where I was cringing. They had kicked the ball over the top, and it was a 1v1, and it was Ake and the Swansea guy. And Ake looked very slow, but it was called offside. So thankfully there was no shot attempt. But
No,
I was just
listen,
like, "Ooh,
for me, Nathan
slow."
Ake is still a very good defender. That's why there's clubs circling for him, and Premier League clubs are looking at him. And you know he needs to be playing. The Dutch manager's already said he needs to be playing now.
He does. Yeah, I heard Van Dijk's trying to recruit him to Liverpool, and I can't see us doing business with them. There's the Crystal Palace thing. That's what I've been hearing.
This is why Pep. I know everyone laughs at this, but this is what Pep said about the big squad. You want 25 players, you're gonna have to play them, or you go with a smaller squad.
I'll tell you a certain fan base who's not ready for that conversation. But luckily, that guy seems to have left, so we don't need to bring it up.
See, this is why I always think when everyone goes, just go to the market, go and buy. Like, how many players do you want?
Well, yeah. Well, see, the thing is that I want to buy new players, but that means moving more players on, and we're just kind of slow to do that. But yeah, Nathan Ake is definitely one where I think he's definitely leaving. Yeah, like if it's not January, it'll be in the summer. And
no, I don't think we are slow to do that. I think we run it the way most clubs do. There's not many clubs get 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 players out every window.
All right, here's a question. If everyone's fit, what is our strongest back four? I think we've seen it.
I would say
right now, as in form.
I don't have to go to jury.
Right now on form, probably on form right now, our strongest is O'Reilly, Gabardel, Diaz, Nunes. On form right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, on form. Yep.
I think
if Nunes has been very good, and I've been a hater of his. So he's sorry, Spartus, go ahead.
I like to think in partnerships. So if you're gonna play Diaz, I think you have to play Josko, and then you have to play Nunes beside it with O'Reilly on the left. If you're gonna play Stones, I think maybe playing Ake, Kusanov, and I know he should be the better choice. So I think it's very much about partnerships over just individual quality.
Oh, Jace wants to buy improved quality, but not quantity. So he's going for a small squad of really good players.
I think you have to play. I think you
work for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think you have.
Well, they didn't build the squad though. That's the problem. They spent money, but they didn't build a squad.
Well, I think you have quality players. I just think that if you're playing this hybrid 4-3-3 system you're trying to play, you won't get the best out of them. I think the players you have is a different style of play that you need to implement. I've said it at the same time. If you want to get Omar and Haaland in the same team and get Cherki and Foden and Rodri and maybe Nico, you can't do 4-3-3. You just can't. Which is kind of why you're sub-optimizing all the talent you have, because you're playing this some system and then you can't play everybody. It's just not, something has to change. I've studied it for many weeks now, many months now. I keep asking myself, what's the problem here? I think it's a system problem. You got the players.
Okay, sorry about that.
But anyway.
I don't think that he made a mistake against Villa, but overall this season, I think the system has been very good. Like we've been winning games.
I think it could be better, Sparta, because I think you could be more dominant, more goals from more people. I think you could be more dominant.
I mean, everything can be better, really. And I think it's been good. So, the thing for me, especially when you have Haaland, your wingers are never really going to be getting many goals. So you have to look to the midfielders, because the winger is not going to do a near post run in it, unless the fullback is the one with the ball at the.
Well, that's why I say the system doesn't work, right? To get the wingers to be productive, that's the issue.
But
doesn't.
You need them to.
Though. We've been trying them out; they're just not doing anything.
Yeah, but it's not them. It's not them. It's the system, right? It's the system.
What is the system doing that's harming the wingers?
For example, Kelly, last night we saw 2 goals from 2 people who traditionally would play winger for us. Actually, 3, right? We had Omar, Doku, and who else scored a goal yesterday? Who else? It's the third person.
It was Doku, Marmoush, and Cherki.
Doku, Marmoush, and Cherki.
Okay, right? All of a sudden, for some reason, we get this plethora of goals, 3 goals from 3 different people in different parts of the field. Okay. How can we do that with Haaland as well in the field? That's the question.
I think a lot of the
you
reasons
find it
why I
harder
don't.
because Haaland's less mobile.
This is the question, right? This is the question. If we're really honest with ourselves, we're saying, why can't we get the same production, not from Haaland, but also those guys in the game? Imagine if they all score. Now all of a sudden, you mark Haaland, Marmoush can score. Omar can score. Sorry, Cherki can score. Or Doku can.
I think it's different, Carl, because the trouble is you're trying to play to Haaland when Haaland's in the team. And as I said, Haaland's not the most mobile, but this is the problem. Do you sacrifice the best striker in the world?
This is the problem. This is the age-old, and I guarantee you, this is keeping the guy up at night. I can guarantee, because I can guarantee yesterday's performance in that second half, he liked it. Oh yeah,
that's why I say it's different keys for different locks. I don't think we can play the same way, because I think when Foden came on yesterday, it woke Cherki and Marmoush, and those 3 together were just running the show.
And we're going to need that.
Foden came on and was excellent yesterday.
Yeah, Cherki in particular excels against low blocks. He faced a lot of them at Lyon, a lot. I have a friend who I watched like 1 or 2 Lyon games last season, but I have a friend, Strasbourg Steve. He's been watching Cherki for years, and he's told me the intel. He's like, yeah, that guy can unlock a low block. So maybe he'll work in that formation versus a different one.
The thing that I'm going to ask you is, do we need the wingers to be doing that? Because what I like to think, especially when you have Haaland, when you have the ball wide, you need a back post runner, a front post runner, and a player crashing into the box close to the penalty spots. This is what you need. So do you need the wingers to be the one doing that movement, or could it be a midfielder? Instead of having the winger do the near post run, have the left side at 8 do the near post run when you are on the left side, have the right side 8 do the box crashing.
Yeah,
because then you have all of those situations.
Too, with Rico Lewis.
Yeah, Rico does that a lot, and I think, no fun, no worry. I think Rico does that a lot. So, for example, against Villarreal, he did that, and that created a lot of space.
Yeah,
Bernardo did that movement into the penalty box.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but you literally messaged me during the game, and you said, "I want Tijani to do what Rico just did."
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's it. I'm finished. Okay. Finished my piece.
Yeah, it's something I'm thinking about. I'll be honest. I'm thinking about it. As I mentioned to you, Kev, maybe we do a session. Maybe Spartacus could be there. And we're just gonna lay it off, and we talk about pros and cons and how we can get those 5 in. And just talk about it. Because I scratched my head, and last night was like, okay, we got goals in this team. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna plan on doing that. I don't know when, but Patrick really wants to do that on this channel. That seems like a great conversation for the upcoming international break, to be honest. We'll have 2 more games of evidence to kind of form our opinions with. We'll have the Bournemouth game and then the Liverpool game. Also, I won't be around, so I won't be ruining the stream.
Wait, you going to South Pole again?
115.
No. I'm going to Central America this time. It's a little closer than Antarctica.
To be you would be fun, man.
I love to travel, man. I got no kids, so I spend all my money on traveling.
There you go.
And what's this? Unironically, Amarim's system would suit City.
No, it wouldn't. Not at all.
That's an opinion.
Not at all.
Oh, we got some wars going on here in the chat. Jay Fresh is getting at Martin over Cherki, and then Liam's coming after Jay Fresh about Gundogan.
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone's trying to be that coming after me job.
Well, the Arsenal guy's still here, but then there's the guy in the chat now.
We'll have a see later. We'll have a save to that at 8:30 in a bit.
What happened? What did you do this time?
Oh, they're just going on.
What did they accuse you
Listen,
of?
I can't. Oh, all sorts. I can't help if they dream. If I live rent free in their head, can't help that.
Well, we thought Gundogan was staying this
Listen,
way.
I've told you, £20 an autograph.
Martin
I'll
has
send it out in
stalkers.
the post.
Martin, I'm still waiting for me signed Donnarumma shirt.
Yeah, I've got no standards. Blah blah
Do
blah.
Do I get a signed Bernardo shirt? Since I have an agenda against him. Me. You said I
Hey,
have
no,
a
no, no.
Bernardo agenda.
That was done for Pat.
Come after me. J Fresh says, bring it on. Bring it on. J Fresh, somebody in the chat said that you said Gundogan was staying.
Did you mean Jay Fresh who doesn't like Foden? But it's his opinion.
No.
I think
I
some
think
people, well, he's not the only one. I'm not going to name any names on the stream, but
any
Spartacus
side
is in a
that
chat
doesn't
with somebody else who's been very critical of Foden this season. We'll just say that.
I mean, what can I, Foden has been brilliant this season. Just because he had a
I think he's
bad
been
game
really good.
against Vela doesn't mean drop the kid.
Yeah, and I'm so glad his family are taking a look at legal action against these false stories that have gone out. It was about time people did it, because this is what people are doing now. Social media is becoming a cesspool, and the story that came out about Foden was disgusting.
Yeah.
KDB
also, I think Jay Fresh, I think we'd all agree
Cup.
Foden was not good last season. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah. I don't think it was as bad as people make it out, but I also don't think
it wasn't as bad as people make it
either.
out. I mean, the people who are not good, they know themselves. On including our beautiful manager, he was part of the problem. It wasn't Foden. Foden was doing all he could, but there were others on the field who struggled in the wide areas. They just couldn't make a pass. They couldn't connect a pass.
Especially when you have Foden in that right side, he's very limited to. He needs to get people need to give the ball. He can't really go back to get the ball because of all the things that happened.
If we are fair, right, we know Haaland was poor against Villa. Let's be honest; he was absolutely poor.
He didn't get a lot of service though. He had that one chance, probably should have buried it. But what else did he really have?
His runs were not. I don't think he had. There was specifically one run that he made for Savio, which he should have made the run to the right side of the defender, because Savio passed the ball before he started the run. But then he didn't even look at the ball. He just made the run to the left and was like, what are you doing, Haaland? But I also think that a couple movements inside the box weren't quite the best.
Maybe he's just tired because he's carrying the team right now and playing every frigging game. Give the guy a break. Martin, there's somebody who wants he's challenging you. He says, Martin said in January, don't expect 4 to 5 players. And what happened?
Right. Well, things change.
Also, let's be. I said this in the chat. Martin has never claimed to be an ITK. So if you're saying he's
I don't know why.
Never said he's an ITK.
For some weird reason, there's 5 people in here that are obsessed. And I've said to Jay Fresh, if Jay Fresh has got a problem, he's got my number. Ring me. I've noticed the last few. No, it's not a thing. No, but the last few streams, he's going in chats, mentioning my name for some weird reason. Don't know why. There's no beef, but I don't know what that's about at the minute.
I think some of it's tongue in cheek, but maybe it's not.
The only beef you have is with me and that Martin.
So it is what it is.
Okay, I said you're not ITK, and they say who gives us info. He's but he always caveats it, saying like allegedly or take this with a grain of salt. He doesn't ever claim this is 100% accurate info.
I've noticed they don't put in the stuff that I got right.
And there's some things that you that we all scoffed at, and then it ended up being right. I can't think of a specific example right now, but there's definitely a few where a lot of us sneered. I think you were early on the Donnarumma thing. That might have been one of them. Oh, they're coming up with the 98.
Told you about Reinders months ago, if you remember.
You're like, no beef. But
as well.
Just because I don't go public with it all.
Again, guys, Martin is not ITK. And if he gets something wrong, it's not the end of the world. Be thankful he's giving you anything, because he could just not. and then you'd all be festering on your show.
Kelsey, this is why I've stopped. This is why I've stopped doing it.
And that I think it's fair. That's why I've
This
stopped
is why I
asking
only
because I
share
don't
stuff
wanna I don't want to
privately now.
contribute to those negative
No,
feelings.
but
So
this is
think
why I
it's
only
asking
share
you.
stuff privately now in WhatsApps. I'm not doing anything on shows anymore.
Yeah, Sam is right. I think Martin is coming from an honest place too. I don't think he's trying to mislead anybody. He's trying to have some fun with it. But he's also warning you that it's not accurate. So if it's wrong, don't come after him. Just everybody. It's just football. Let's just have fun with it. Like, it's not that serious. None of it is that serious, man. It's really not. Like this whole YouTube thing, we're just having fun. We're having a discussion. Nobody hates each other. We're having a discussion about a subject we all love collectively. That's why you in the audience are here. That's why we in the panel are here. You know, we love Manchester City and we want to discuss them. That's all. Yeah. Okay. Jay Fresh has no beef with you, Martin.
Martin,
and,
was there
and he says he doesn't have your number.
Oh, does he not? Does he not? I'm looking at WhatsApp right now, and his status says "trust the process." Do you want me to read his number out? I mean, I won't do, but I'm not going to do. But this is what I mean. Can we not lie? Can we not lie? It's what I mean. This is where people now think they're trolls.
Yeah.
Well, what is this? Are we just lying?
Jay Fresh is only bantering. He's just bantering, right? No, this is not my job. I'm literally doing this for fun. This is Patrick's channel, so any revenue the channel makes is directly to Patrick. I'm just here because, like I said, I love Manchester City. I want to discuss it with like-minded people. That's why I'm here. It's just football. I have fun with it. Yeah, I overreact. Who doesn't? I get emotional. I overreact, but I'm just here to have a good time. I love talking with like-minded people. Nobody here, like I said, we're all just bantering and discussing like adults. We're not. It's not that serious, guys. We're just having fun. Oh, Jay Fresh says he deleted your number. Ooh.
Fine, not a problem.
I have both of your guys' number. Actually, I have everybody's number on this panel and Jay Fresh's number. So ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm lying. I'm lying. Yeah, I'm lying. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go.
All right, Martin, thanks for hopping on. And I think
no worries.
Successfully defeated that Arsenal.
Have a good one, Martin.
Yeah.
Always good
We'll have a see. We'll have a see if any of these are there later on. See you in a bit.
I still can't believe that guy actually thought that Arsenal had the best back line of all time. You know.
What?
A guy, an Arsenal fan said that they have the best back line of all time.
Is Arsenal fan?
Yeah. Arsenal for life was the username, and we got him to admit that he was 20.
I don't take it seriously.
Oh, he's back. He's back. He says by far.
He
said they had by far. This guy's never seen Maldini. He's never seen Cafu. He's never seen any of those guys.
These kids, man. These kids. These kids.
Gabriel and Saliba wouldn't even be rated as defenders in that era. Like, that's how good that.
I don't know about that.
They would not be rated as highly as they are right now.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure.
Yeah, here we go, Spartacus. A request for you to correct the delusional fans.
I mean, I can't correct anybody, mate. I don't know the truth. I know my opinions.
Arsenal fan. So right around the time you were born, go back and watch some AC Milan games, and you'll see what a good defense is. Or that 2006 Italian National World Cup team. Oh God. Oh, first game I ever watched. I don't know how USA didn't lose the game to them. I have to say that.
Yeah. What was I? Oh yeah.
But anyways, yeah. But at the same time, like, I'll give Arsenal's defense credit. They're doing very well. I don't think they conceded a single goal in October. Like, that's an amazing achievement. So we'll give them some of their flowers, but I think it's too premature to say they're the best of all time. You know, let's see what happens at the end of the season. There's still a few records you could break. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But you're still a very good defense. So I'm not gonna claim you're not. It's very tough defense. Very well organized. Does anybody? Yeah, I'll give him credit. Yeah, I think Gabriel and Saliba is a great partnership. It has been for several years, and all that good stuff. Oh boy, yeah, here we go. Baresi and Maldini were phenomenal. Yeah, I wasn't watching football back then, so I'm kind of a late. I found football later in life. the ones that
Maldini
available
was
here in
such a
America.
good player.
Yeah. Oh, somebody wanted to know in the chat. They said if somebody asked that
the
Martin is
weird thing.
going live soon.
The weird thing is about Maldini is that even my 9-year-old kid, right, when he watches Maldini, he's 9. Kid is 9. He says he tries to defend like him, which means that he doesn't slide in unless he has to. He defends by standing up and trying to win the ball 1v1. A lot of kids nowadays, the first option is to slide, and wherever you slide in. He's learned that from Maldini. The good defenders, the ones who stay on their feet, can defend 1v1, who time it properly, can win the ball 1v1. That's a 9-year-old. So Maldini still lives and lives strongly in the minds of these kids, man. It's happening.
Maldini is probably the greatest defender of all time.
I agree with that.
You can't pick a flaw in his game, really.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I completely agree with that.
I love listening to this kind of conversation. Like, I can't take part in these historical debates because I just don't feel like I watched enough of like prime football.
Mate, it's just
I just wasn't watching back then. It wasn't really on TV.
There were some players, man. They were. I mean, growing up in Nigeria, we had access to the European Cup a lot more than the English league then, and just watching all these incredible players. Just Ancelotti, watching what's that guy from Brazil that I love so much, Romario. Jeez, man.
Romario was the
Rivaldo,
guy was scoring like. Romario was scoring 40 goals when he was 40.
Kai.
Buffon was going for a long time too. I saw the tail end of Buffon, but I never saw prime Buffon.
Bebeto, watching all these guys play, it's like, just what's that guy's name from Argentina? I can't remember his name. There's Burishaga, and there's that striker. What's his name again? The striker, the one with long hair. I can't remember his name.
Not Maradona.
No,
Batistuta.
Gabriel Batistuta. I mean, it's a players, man. These guys those guys would destroy the league right now. They would destroy the league if they were still playing. It just
yeah, I think so too.
I
caught the tail end of that Brazil team that was like the tail end of it, like even that washed up squad, like my early memory of that. The 2009 Confederation Cup. I don't know if Spartacus watched that or not.
Yeah.
USA went up 2-0, and then Kaká and Ronaldinho just like took this is when they were kind of washed up too, like older. They just came on and destroyed USA, and I was just like, wow, I really missed out on that. Like, I should have, I just didn't have you could find football, but it was in America in those days, but it was as an expensive cable packages or like on the Spanish channel, and I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't want to watch it. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should have. It just was like right now you can watch every game. That's a recent development too.
It's
actually 5-10 years. The streaming has opened the game here. Yeah,
it's actually oversaturated. If you ask me, right now it's just oversaturated.
Now there's too many games.
Yeah, it's just like too. You can watch any game anywhere in the world right now from my living room, anywhere, any league, literally. It's insane. There are days where you're watching the EFL, you're watching the Premier League, you're watching La Liga. When you go from morning all the way through the evening, you're just watching different leagues around the whole world. At some point, it just becomes a blur.
Yeah, even just one app, Paramount Plus in the United States. That's what that has Champions League. That also Serie A. It has the Scottish League. I believe it has Championship. It has the Argentinian league. Like literally, like you're saying, you can watch it from the morning till you go to bed. Like it has just. And that's just one.
And the other thing is
like 4 or 5 apps to watch all these.
So there's the other thing is that I have this. I mean, I use the VEO for my team, and in the VEO you get access to all the most of the academy games, both overseas and here, on the VEO app as it goes live for those teams that use VEO. So all of a sudden you're watching, some team in South America or some team in the Netherlands or NYCFC Academy 2 or Philadelphia Union Academy 2 playing in a real game available on the app. Literally, it's insane, man. The level of access we have nowadays.
Yeah, there's this app called Fanatiz that I that's how I watch Ligue 1. Fanatiz, but they also have all the Central American stuff, like or South American leagues. Like over the summer, I was watching like Colombian League. Like what?
Yeah. I do have a question for Spartacus, though. I do have a question for Spartacus, real quick. Spartacus, talk to me about futsal in Brazil.
Oh, it's massive.
Yeah.
We play more futsal than we play actual football because
You
the
know the
pitches
funny
are a
thing,
lot
Spartacus,
smaller, so it's more
what I
accessible.
learned yesterday was that yeah, in Brazil, you actually before you go to grass 11v11, you play futsal till about 12 or 13. That's
Oh
where you
yeah,
build those skills.
yeah. Usually yes. It's a lot more cost efficient here in Brazil because we don't have a lot of space, so we
Yeah,
tend to use the futsal to get more people into the game, and then later on they transition into grass.
yeah, yeah. I mean, here in the US, and it's now becoming a big thing. So you're seeing all these little kids now in futsal, and they're hiring all these Brazilian coaches to come and help them.
Hmm.
And you're seeing these kids at 4v4, 5v5, really good on the ball, small spaces, small areas. You're on it. You can't in futsal, you can't switch off, right? You have to be on it 24/7, or else you get done. It's 5-0 within seconds, right? It's done. So
I
that
think
awareness of being able to play all the time in small spaces, quickly, offensively, defensively, is 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 incredible.
I was talking to a person who's very up in CBF, who's the Brazilian Federation here. And
Mm,
I was talking to him about this, right? Like the impact of futsal in the development of players. And we came to a conclusion that one of the big reasons why Brazilians usually are technically more gifted is because when we are in the development years, we
mhm.
play futsal. And because we play futsal, players tend to get more touches of the ball per game. So they
Mhm.
have to be better because they are more with the ball. More, they spend more time
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the ball
You have to share
than,
with
yeah,
others.
for example, yeah. When you
More
play
yeah,
on a
fun.
press, sometimes you might go 10 to 5 minutes without even seeing the ball.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Also, Spartacus, I don't know if you see this, but Jay Fresh will be in Brazil in
oh yeah, he
December
told me.
for futsal.
He told me.
Maybe
Yeah,
you guys can.
we
I think
talked.
he's going to be on the coast though, but I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
and I'm sure that
we
takes
won't be
time for
able
you.
to
So
meet, but yeah, we won't be able to meet. But I told him like if he wants anything, let me know. I might be able to get something, but let's see.
y'all come visit me when I visit Brazil, though. I have no plans though for anytime soon. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
Let me know when
Also,
you come.
Martin wanted to say his channel is not for sale, and he's not going anywhere. There's people trying to, even though Martin's no longer on the stream, they're still talking smack about him, and Martin is not going anywhere. And if you threaten him, he will call the police. Simple as.
What's going on? What's this about? What the hell's
There's
going
just
on?
some trolls in the chat. They're just going crazy. They're not
People are
saying anything too
dickheads.
offensive, but whatever. They're just going
Come on,
crazy.
guys. I mean, there's too much.
Someone's trying to buy Mancunian Way. What?
Well, make him
Yeah,
an
there's
offer he
just a
can't
bunch of weird stuff.
make him an offer he can't refuse. If that's the case.
Ah. Martin, somebody they said, "Can I buy your channel?" And they offered 1K. It's like, no. Now, if somebody offered Martin 50,000, I think he'd probably listen. I don't think he might. Maybe that he won't sell, but he might listen. He might listen.
50K, I think it's a little bit too low to be honest.
100K. If somebody offered him six
Yeah,
figures, you never know.
6 figures, I think. Yeah, I think that
Figures, you never
more
know. I don't even
realistic.
know what a channel would be worth.
Oh, they're expensive. Tell you what.
Anyways, all right, guys. I gotta wrap this up because I gotta.
Okay, I gotta run. I got a
I
meeting.
gotta go
now,
to
so.
work soon. But thank
All right,
you,
good.
thank you for
All right.
joining. Thanks,
Take
Spartacus.
care.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Martin,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
joining. I guess we never really finished getting around to. We never finished. We just. I don't know. It just. I wanted to go
We
through
can do
each
this
player by
quickly.
player, but. All right,
We can do this quickly.
clear man of the match was Cherki last night. I thought I'm very excited for the potential for him. Marmouche thought struggled, but he got the goal in the end, so that's what we need. We need a goal.
Bob slightly underwhelming, and Doku
Yeah, Bob
good.
disappointed me. Mikasa invisible. He didn't do anything. Doku, I thought was okay. Nice goal, very nice goal from him, but I think he struggled to beat his fullback a few times. I expect more from him against a championship fullback, to be honest. But yeah, great win. Again, most of the context is it was mostly about getting players fit. I'm not going to take anything away. Like, I'm not going to berate the performance. I'm just like, whatever. We got the win. We advanced. Players got fit, or they got minutes in their legs. And I think that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Carl?
No, that's it. Thank you. I got to run. I got a meeting. So.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining. I'll just wrap up the rest of this. If you guys want to just take out, I'll just close it out really fast. So I think we'll do a Bournemouth preview. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or the next day. there's talks of doing a tactics show. I don't know when that's going to happen, but there is talks of it. But and then we'll definitely I'll be around on Sunday for the watch along. So we got some fun content coming up. You never know, maybe we'll drop something sooner. And there's also the second channel if you guys want to check that out. Strasbourg Steve he does a lot of non-Premier League watch alongs. Like he loves Serie A, Liga, Bundesliga, Eredivisie. So if you're interested in that, and if it's on the same time as a Premier League big matchup, I'll be joining him and I'll be doing a hate along at the same time. So we got to market that a little better, but we'll get there. But yeah, big up everyone. Thanks for joining. Big up Martin for joining, and I know he's still in the chat. So thank you for joining, and thanks Spartacus, and thanks Carl, and great win for City, and we'll see you guys next time. Hope everyone has a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye.